It's 4 in the morning in Mumbai, it's raining, and the pavements are already crowded. Among the crowd are chartered accountants, auto drivers, and retired railway clerks, stepping out of their city lives to begin a massive physical undertaking. They are walking 400 kilometers across Maharashtra to Pandharpur. Over 15 days, this Mumbai group merges with hundreds of thousands on the road, forming a human river of 2 million people. To grasp the scale here, moving a major city's population completely on foot through terrible weather is a logistical feat typically requiring military intervention. And the conditions are brutally unforgiving. Happening in June and July, the pilgrimage puts walkers directly into the path of the Indian southwest monsoon. Constant rain means leather sandals swell and cut into feet. Sleep happens shoulder to shoulder on cold schoolhouse floors, and rural sanitation is basically non-existent. 2 million people moving through mud and rain for 2 weeks creates every condition for a humanitarian disaster. Yet the Wari remains one of the most efficient logistical operations in the country. From the outside, the procession looks chaotic, but the system is actually built on the Dindi, an organizational micro-unit refined over the last 200 years. A Dindi is a mobile, self-contained village. Ranging from 100 to 500 people, it acts as a registered unit where the group is entirely responsible for each other's survival. Each Dindi follows a strict internal arithmetic. They walk in fixed positions within the larger column, carrying assigned registration numbers and saffron flags. If someone falls ill, the Dindi leader coordinates a truck pickup. If a walker loses their slippers, the Dindi provides a new pair. By fracturing 2 million people into thousands of autonomous, disciplined cells, the procession gains a structural resilience that protects it from the risks of large-scale collapse. The physical energy required to sustain these walkers relies on an invisible supply chain. While the main body of the Dindi sleeps, an advance team hits the road around midnight. By the time the walkers arrive at the next halt, the crew has secured floor space, negotiated for water, and started the cooking fires. When the exhausted pilgrims finally walk in, hot tea is waiting. This ecosystem depends on the local villages along the route. Farmers keep their water tanks full for the pilgrims, while rural doctors and school teachers organize enormous batches of food to feed the passing thousands. This supply chain operates without a central command. It is sustained by generational relationships, where rural families have been feeding the exact same Dindi for 4 generations. While the framework is centuries old, it now utilizes digital tools to manage its modern scale. Today, Dindi heads use dedicated WhatsApp groups to coordinate daily updates and logistics in real time. The centerpieces of the procession, the sacred palkis, carry GPS trackers. This feeds live position data into an unofficial layer on Google Maps, allowing both pilgrims and authorities to monitor the march. District authorities use that data to map out emergency ambulance corridors and coordinate complex highway traffic diversions well before the crowds arrive at a choke point. The pilgrims view this technology as a form of seva, a service integrated into the tradition to help manage the reality of modern highway traffic. But logistics alone cannot carry a human body this far. By the 8th or 9th day, the mind often tires before the legs do, and walkers find themselves weeping from the sheer physical and emotional weight of the journey. To push through that exhaustion, they use specific psychological tools. A continuous rhythmic chant of Gyanba Tukaram acts as a collective metronome, while spontaneous spinning folk dances are used to shake off fatigue. During the hardest afternoon stretches, the entire march stops for a ringan. A bareback horse gallops in a wide circle through the crowd, providing an immediate emotional surge that carries them through the final miles. While the Dindi system manages the physical needs, it is this collective trance of devotion that actually propels hundreds of thousands of people across the state. By the 14th day, the vast column of humanity converges on the Chandrabhaga River in Pandharpur for a communal bath that marks the end of the struggle. After 2 weeks of walking, the goal is a fleeting glimpse of the deity, Vital. The queue to enter the temple can last 20 hours, so most accept a distant look at the dark stone figure and consider the promise kept. Once the moment is over, they sleep for a day, pack their bags, and board buses and trains back to Mumbai to return to their jobs as accountants and drivers. The Wari shows that when decentralized logistics meet a shared purpose, a city-sized population can walk 400 kilometers through a monsoon and return home ready to do it again next year.